other. It's a lot of work to be done. And all you that do that, I commend you. Because our children, man, they the future. Verse 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam was formed first, then Eve. Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. See? Eve was deceived. We just went there. Who was Satan talking to? Adam? No. He was talking to that woman. That's why I went to Proverbs 6:23, 24, to show you how, when you know the law of men, it'll keep you from, being weak to women. And a real woman, gonna respect you more for showing her the right way than allowing her to get away with wickedness and then knowing that both of y'all prayers gonna be hindered. Because both of y'all off. Listen, verse 14. First Corinthians, 2nd chapter, verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. So you remember he said, going back to that law, in Genesis 3:16. In sorrow shall they bring forth children. She shall be saved in childbearing. Many women die. Had they children, they died. If they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety, being focused and not being no drunk. Faith and charity, love, and holiness, keeping the laws of the Most High, and having faith in the Mashiach Yahushua with sobriety, not being no alcoholic. Now let's look at what it said. Now, it said, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, in verse 13, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Now go to Ecclesiasticus. In the Apocrypha, 25 and 24. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. We just read it. And through her, we all die. Read it again. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. And through her, we all die. What does it say in 1 Corinthians 2, 13 and 14? For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. See? Very important that we see this. First Peter 3. First Peter's 3rd chapter. In verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands. I mean, when you look at this, okay, wives be in subjection to your own husbands. That means you gotta submit. Subjection means you gotta submit to your own husband. You gotta submit to your husband. That if any obey not the word, they also may, without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives. See, a holy woman, your conversation is supposed to be holy. So that man, even if he's not dealing as he should, you should be able to help him to come into righteousness by your holy conversation. When you're talking about everything under the sun except for the scriptures and the word of the Most High, then you're going to stay wicked. You're going to go right down the path with him. Die right along with him. Unless you repent and do what's right. Verse 7. Let me read Verse 5, it says, for after this matter in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in the Most High, and when we trust in the Most High is to do what he say do. Follow his rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, commandments. Adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. See, the wives were in subjection to their own husbands. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, calling him her power, calling him Lord. Whose daughters ye are, the daughters of Zion. That's if you the daughters of Sarah. Whose daughter you are? Who does Sarah have? Abraham and Sarah had Isaac. Isaac had Jacob. And we the children of Jacob. 12 tribes of Israel. Who's our foremother? Sarah. You daughters of Zion. That's a foremother. Our ancestor. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, verse 6, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, out of one. Calling him out of one, whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well, as long as you follow the commandments of the Most High, and are not afraid with any amazement. So likewise ye husbands, it's to the husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Say dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. See, it has to be in order, because you're going to pray and your prayers can be hindered behind being off. So we got to give honor to the wife as the weaker vessel. Now, if the wife is a weaker vessel, how you going to be the strength of the family, and you have a man in the house, but yet still you're not the weaker vessel? You're the most powerful vessel. Something wrong. That's why this world is all backwards. Backwards, man. And if we not in order with each other, the man and the woman, the husband and the wife, and the prayers could be hindered. We're not getting through. So what's going on? It's not happening. And you got to deal with them according to knowledge. According to knowledge, it says. That's very important too. That they know the truth. But you got to teach them, man. You got to teach them. They got to want to know what they should know concerning this truth. But if they don't want to know the truth, then what you doing? You just wasting your time. Well, you gotta work with them to. But if they contrary to it, I mean, if they really against it, it's really hard. It's really hard. You gotta pray, because she's contrary to the word of the Most High. Look at Ecclesiasticus 26. And 26. It says, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride. So when a woman, you see a woman dishonoring her man, her husband, she prideful. In her pride, thinking she all that, shall be counted unrighteous of all. She can be counted unrighteous of all. That's why the Most High say, hey, the poor man that's prideful. How you gonna be prideful when you ain't got nothing? You don't have nothing. But that's where we are, against each other. against each other. Verse 14, Ecclesiastes 26 and 14. It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Most High, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Whew. There's nothing so much worth in a mind as a mind well instructed. That's why it says in 1 Peter 3 and 7, likewise ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. What did it say? Ecclesiastes 26 and 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Most High, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A shamefaced, once again, and faithful woman is a double grace. Man, getting grace is getting something that you don't deserve. He said you're going to make it double for you. A double grace. And her continent mind cannot be valued. It cannot be valued. Beautiful. Ephesians 5:22. Ephesians 5 and 22. So I say he don't see no one perish, but I told y'all initially, write down these scriptures and go over them yourself. Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Most High, as unto a Mashiach Yahushai. That's how serious this is. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as unto the Most High, as unto a Mashiach Yahushai. But a husband is the head of the wife. See, the husband is the head of the wife, even as Mashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Mashiach, we all subject to Mashiach. We Mashiachim. So let the wives be to their own husbands in everything, it says. In everything. You got to be subject to your husband. But this world says, you know, women got to live. So they call it women to live. Liberation, right? Liberation to do what? So you can be liberated from what? You got to be liberated from what? The law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Y'all better wake up. That's all it is. That's all it is. So you can have a license in their kingdom to be wicked. And all that is being contrary to what we're reading here. Verse 24, Ephesians 5:24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Mashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. It didn't say some things, it said everything. You know, a lot of times Most High use all. He didn't say all things, he said everything, because all is a certain number. He said, well, no matter what it is, you got to be subject to your husband. That's why you got to know who you with, who you getting with, women. Shoot, a lot of you go out there and get with these cats and they're not in the truth, or they, you know, falling on this side or that side, they wavering. What you think you gonna do? You gonna waver right with them. You still gotta follow what he say in everything. That's why you gotta know who you get with. Then they come back to the husband. Verse 25, husbands, love your wives, even as Mashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. So men gotta love our women, our wives, even as Mashiach loved the church and gave his life up for it. But you guys, that's for a righteous woman, you know. Because that wicked woman, you die for that wicked woman, and then she gonna get somebody, no, soon you gone, poop, I'm gonna get somebody else, poop. You just out of the picture. Because she already was doing that. That's why you gotta know to who you getting with. For real. Women, you gotta know it, and men gotta know. Remember, so we went through scriptures talking about how they blink their eyes and they give you that look, that horrorous look. That's a whore. She gonna give you that look like, yeah, you can come over here and talk to me if you want. Verse 26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. You can be cleaned up by the word. The husband and the wife be cleaned up by the word of the Most High. That he might present it to himself a glorious church. We the children of Israel. A glorious church. Not having spot, meaning we ain't sinning, or wrinkle, or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. Because the Most High is laboring to make us perfect. That's why he wants us to be holy, without blemish, without sin. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. So we gotta love our women as our own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished it and cherished it, even as the Most High through a Mashiach Yahushua, the church. See? Men, you gotta love their women, their wives. We gotta come back to the order, this order. For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones, of Mashiach Yahushua. We the children of Israel. He came out of the tribe of Judah. And we all come from the waters of Judah. Isaiah 48:1 says, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. So a man supposed to leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, and they supposed to be one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Mashiach and the church. What's a mystery? Something that's not known. Is it known to you now that we read it and we going over it? Should be known to you now. Should be a mystery anymore. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband. See? And he spoke through the Spirit of the Most High. So we gotta love our women even as ourselves, as men, and the wife, our women, see that they reverence her husband. Every one of you. You want to be righteous. Colossians 3 and 18. Colossians 3 and 18. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as it is fit by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So let me go to 17, because 17 is telling us, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give me thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So everything that we say and do is going to the Most High in the name of the Lord and Savior. While we give thanks to the Most High in the name of the Lord and Savior by Mashiach Yahushua. So going to the Most High on our behalf, and he comes next and says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as it is fit by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua in the name of the Lord and Savior. So what do you think this is happening? In the fourth dimension, where the Most High is at. Said you gotta submit to your own husband as it is fit by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. That's how we reach the Most High. Say, husbands, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, love your wives and be not bitter against them. You know, can't be bitter toward them. That's why the scriptures say you can't let the sun go down upon your wrath. You gotta let things go. People be holding grudges, man. I heard grudges that last for, man, 10 years. People still holding on to